Hey, I'm Weston. I love talking about the New York Jets, and I am here to quickly cover the Jets' first acquisition of the new offseason. Jets signed Corey Davis to a 3-year, $37.5 million deal. That is an average of $12.5. And this is a good contract, right? Corey Davis is a top receiver on the market. Pretty underrated receiver with the Titans. And especially with their totally, almost entirely predicated running offense. So when I say the numbers, remember the past two seasons, and specifically this past season, Derrick Henry was a 2,000-yard rusher. I think he had 2,200 yards this year, something insane like that. So that's important to remember when I talk about Corey Davis' statistics. So Corey Davis is a 26-year-old receiver, 6'3", 209 pounds. This is going to be his fifth year in the NFL, and the Jets pick him up for 3 years. I like this deal a lot. He was a very high draft pick, and he's a very talented receiver. This past season with the Titans, he had 65 receptions in 14 games, 984 yards, and 5 touchdowns. But again, that is with Derrick Henry, who is unreal. I want to just get his numbers for this past season to put it into fruition. Yeah, he had 2,027 yards this past year with 17 touchdowns. So when you're dealing with that on the offense and you're trying to get yours as a receiver, that's very important to remember. But he had a very good season. He's a pretty good receiver. I'm happy with it. Now, he's not a Kenny Galladay, who I know a lot of Jets fans are hoping for, or can't think of the name, Allen Robinson, who the Bears franchise tagged. But this is a very, very good backup plan by Joe Douglas. It's the first time in a while that we've really signed someone who can be and who has been a number one receiver. I think the last time we went out and got someone who could be a number one receiver was probably not drafting, because we took Denzel Mims kind of hoping that he can become a number one receiver. God, the last true number one we had was probably Brandon Marshall in 2015 and 16, but 16 he fell off a cliff. And then before that, God, was it Holmes or Braylon Edwards? Going back to 2012? It's been a long time, so this is a nice pickup. 12.5 isn't a ton, so there's still... I'm not saying it's going to happen, I'm not saying it is. But there is still the option, especially with a lot of the top offensive lineman prospect, or free agents off the market, and Joe Thuney, and then Brandon Sheriff obviously never hit the market. I forget his first name, but Lindsey, the Packers center, is off the market. Not that I was hoping we went for him anyway, but that is an option that we had. But now that they're off the market, maybe the Jets decide they want to go wide receiver heavy and go crazy, and maybe try to pick up a... what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe Kenny Galladay. That'd be insane if they got both of them in one offseason. But yeah, I like this contract a lot. I'm pretty high on Corey Davis. I think he's a really underrated player. And I'm excited to see what he can do in the Jets offense going into next season. So that is it. I got to get back to watching the Rangers game, and the recap for that will be coming out in a few hours. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and go Jets.